If institutions like the Land Bank easily get hacked, easily lose it like this, how much more you and I?
You understand? That's why whenever there's maybe a president is to come into an area, they'll be swooping for the whole week just to make sure that there's no someone who's trying to intercept the motorcade or anything. You understand? Because in the motorcade, you can just control the president's car. Imagine if you get inside the president's car, how much damage then you can cause.
So you're telling me that the intelligence department is not just looking for, you are telling me that the intelligence department is not looking for just the physical threat that normally we think they are looking for.
Yeah.
They are actually looking for far more than just the physical harm to the president.
They are looking for everything that has to do with. That's why, if let's say, so there's a school up there, right? If the president is coming to the school, they are going to hack everyone who's in the street of that school. You won't even know that you are hacked. You understand? They're going to hack everyone who's in the street of that school so that they make sure that if someone goes to the nearest house, automatically they get hacked. Understand? Why? So that if someone tries to pull their stunt and say, try to launch a hack or try to launch anything, they can intercept it before it can happen. Remember, before the president comes, each and every single 30 minutes an hour, they will see a car with the big area. You understand? Those cars, majority of them, they'll go in the group of 2 or 3, sometimes 1, depending on the area. They have signal jammers. They will find out that the president is here, then there's no signal. The signal is low, it's at its weakest. You understand? They use signal jammers so that nobody can have that threat to threaten the president or to threaten the cars. Because remember, if the car has that's why, who's this president? I think the president of Russia or China, one of the two, they still use their old car that doesn't have a computer box, but it has the heaviest security ever. It's well guarded. You understand? There's a reason for that. Because of they know her. In Russia, for example, they have one of the best hackers ever in the world. So to hack a president's car, it's child's play. You understand? They already know, but remember, that's why there's the signal jammers, there's missile jammers, whatever. You understand that it is there just to protect the president.
In today's episode, I want us to speak about quite interesting things. This is a Thursday show where we do technological stuff. We are going to speak about 4 things today. Number 1, how you get hacked through your TV or your smart TV, rather, your fridge, your car. What's the last one?
It's all the home appliances, including the last one, which is the Wi-Fi.
Okay. People can easily get hacked, and people sometimes they want to know.
Yeah.
They want to know how to avoid being hacked. Imagine sitting at home, watching your television, and somebody decides, I don't like the channel you are watching. Let me just switch to another channel, another television. So you jump from this one to that one, and then whilst you think, no man, it's just a coincidence, and you switch back and I don't like that channel. Let me jump to another one just to prove a point to you. How do people get hacked through their smart TVs?
People get hacked through their smart TV. It's easy because remember, I once explained that whenever a person gets hacked using a smart TV, what we are looking for is interception between the TV and the Wi-Fi connection, or between the TV and a Bluetooth connection. So today's modern TVs, they connect to Wi-Fi, right? They connect to Bluetooth, they connect to those kind of devices. Understand? We don't want to connect our TVs to everything. Like right now we have this, what do we call computer boxes? Not computer boxes, the ones that people use to watch to bypass your Netflix and stuff. What do you call it?
I don't even know what's that.
Yeah, that's I just forgot the name of it. We'll remember as the episode goes. You understand? They also have those, and for that to work, it needs a Wi-Fi. You understand? And for them to get a Wi-Fi, each and every household there's a Wi-Fi now. Like there's no
Yeah, well,
house.
maybe let's be kind enough and say most. You'll be shocked. Somebody in KZN, somebody in Limpopo, somebody in Tzaneen, somebody in Eastern Cape, they hear that there's something called Wi-Fi. They don't even know what's that.
No, but what I'm saying is, if someone can afford smart TV, surely they have a Wi-Fi in their home. Because smart TV functions using a Wi-Fi or using a data. Do you want to buy data every single month? The cheapest option is to get a Wi-Fi, and you get a Wi-Fi, you connect your TV, you are happy. But remember, TVs also, they use systems, they use softwares, right? So a person who created that software needs access to be able to program the TV. You understand? Then the default access is admin, or admin 1234, or admin 01234. Those are the most common like login details that for a TV, for a fridge, for Wi-Fi, also Wi-Fi router. Those are the common admin passwords and admin login details. You understand? Because they are the default login details for everyone who comes in. Like, for example, if you buy a Samsung TV and you buy a Samsung TV and we go to the program and we try to access the admin dashboard, you'll find out that our login details are the same. So that's what hackers capitalize in. That's what they look at to say, okay, this person uses Samsung TV, right? And they will go to the internet and say the default login details for Samsung. Then they show you it's admin 1234. Then I just go to the Samsung there, I go to the back end of it. I just say, obviously there's local host, because you can't just go to the back end because it's not connected to the servers. You understand? It's connected to the local host of the Wi-Fi. Should I get into detail of how that operates and stuff? Okay, let me just go into detail. So how do I access local host of my TV? First thing first.
Maybe let's not. I'll tell you why. We are not trying to teach people how to do it. We are trying to create awareness. So I'm thinking, whilst you and I have good intentions, trying to educate people,
but think
somebody will then use some of this information to say, oh, this is how it's done. Let me do it.
But I think it's a yin-yang situation. It might be good, it might be bad. You understand? Because it might be good in terms of whoever is watching this episode might go to their TV settings now, to their TV browser, and say, hey, I want to check my admin login details. You understand? I want to see if these login details are really the default ones. You understand? Or maybe check the box to say on the box where are the login details. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. If I can go deep, a little bit deeper with it, maybe, you understand, to say, well, how do I access local? Or just go to the internet. Let me just give them the task, at least. Let me not give it to them on a silver platter. Okay, go to the internet and search localhost for your TV model.
Okay. Now, so what I'm trying to understand here now is, now you are hacked through your TV. What are the normal things that people will look for when they hack you through your television?
Okay, we have 3 different things that we are looking for. We are looking for, firstly, loopholes. A loophole, why I say loopholes, I know people like to use this word easy, but also in hacking, we also have loopholes, right? When I say loopholes, I just say because of when I get inside your TV, I just want to see, okay, firstly, how many people are connected to the Wi-Fi. So the TV gives me access to the Wi-Fi, to the home Wi-Fi, because, like I said, the admin details. So once I get inside your TV, I'm not looking to change your stations. Yes, just to troll you around. Maybe I'm daft and I'll troll you around and change your TV stations, but that's not my main aim. You understand? My main aim is to just get access to your Wi-Fi, because sometimes the Wi-Fi is difficult for me to crack the password. So I just check the next best thing to crack and say, oh, they have a Samsung TV. Let me target the Samsung TV. You understand? So once I get in there, I just see, okay, how many users are in the house, which phone is mostly connected to the house, and which one has a lighter security. Mostly they target kids' phone, because kids' phone, I mean, their password is 12340000. You understand? It's easy passwords. You understand? So when you target the kids' phone versus the parent phone parent phone, they might use their banking app or their banking PIN for their phone to unlock. You understand? So that they don't forget whatever they are doing. So it's a little bit difficult for a parent. So whenever we search the TV and we found, okay, here's this phone that is connected, we get into that phone. Or if not that phone, if the Wi-Fi on itself is not well protected, we get access to the Wi-Fi. You understand? Because remember, if I get inside the TV, I can now check the password. And remember, when these things are happening, we can't do these things at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, obviously. People are watching TV. You understand? Maybe I do a mistake, I click a wrong button, then you find out that it changes the station, then they are shocked. They say, why did the station changed? Then they become to be skeptical. So they do these things around 2 o'clock when everybody's asleep, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. When we know that everybody's sleeping. Even though I make a mistake, I know I can fix immediately. You understand? So this is where we get access to your Wi-Fi. Then once you get access to your Wi-Fi, then we get access to the phones. Then once you get access to the phones, laptops, and all appliances, then we check the phone, the laptop that is most active. Like maybe if you're using your banking apps using your laptop. So yeah, let me leave you there.
All right. Before we continue, there's currently, or recently, I came across an article which speaks about how the land bank got hacked. And apparently this person, what this person did, or this, let's say syndicate, because we don't know how many.
Yeah.
What they did, once they got hold of the system, they then contacted them and said, we want you to give us 5.7 something million rand.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, if institutions like the land bank easily get hacked, easily lose it like this, how much more you and I, just that alone, what's your thought about this land bank thing, where this land bank scandal? By the way, it has been announced by the Minister of Finance, so it's something legit.
Okay. I also read the land bank thing, and how I think it's these companies, they don't update their softwares most instantly, more frequently. They're still accustomed to old softwares. Okay, one thing that I understand is they want something that they are sure it will get the job done, and it won't give them trouble going forward. Right now, I just went. I read the land bank saga. Then I went on the internet and also asked some of my developer friends to say, okay, guys, look, why does this government entities, or why does this big entities don't want to accustom to our languages? You understand? They all use all use old languages like your ASP.NET, which is what was created by land bank, and that's how it got hacked because of the security issue. And I think it's guarded by SAP. You understand? Is it SAP or GAAP? Somewhere between those two systems, it's one of the ones that are securing the land bank.
Okay. Now, I think you might have a story about, what is it? WhatsApp. We spoke about WhatsApp. I don't know. You said you saw something about WhatsApp. What is it?
Okay, the story. Let's finish this land bank saga. I think I need to go a little bit deep down a little bit on it.
Okay.
Then we'll jump into WhatsApp, because the WhatsApp, it's about when it's rising in Cape Town, because of, I think in Cape Town lately they've been experiencing power outage. And remember on our first episode, I did explain that the power outage it creates that thing that people it sets everything to default. You understand? So people now got hold of that. They know, okay, whenever there's power outage, and people use WhatsApp. So that means WhatsApp has a bypass login details, default login details. So whenever power goes out and on again, then people can be able to get into the system. It's one. Secondly, what they do is they use this power outage as an advantage to send messages to people to say, today there'll be a power outage. Understand? For you to get updated into power outage, please join our WhatsApp group, or please join this WhatsApp number. Click this link to join this WhatsApp. I'm a resident of Cape Town. I want to get power outage because we've been having random power outages anytime. So I'm just saying, oh, at least the municipality thinks about us. And I click there, then I say, okay, let me join this number. Let me join this link. It's a legit link. It will take you to where you want to go, but just know on the background there's something that is must. And they put a Trojan on the background to say, this Trojan, how it works, it will access your phone. It will stay on the phone. It might install a radio app. It's an app. It's installed inside on top of the calculator app. It's a simple app that you see every day and you won't even suspect. You understand? So yeah, that's what it does there. But inside it will also install a bigger app called the Trojan.
Okay. Now, please go back and explain the land bank, because you said you're going to explain the land bank saga into detail. So let's get into details about the land bank.
Yeah. The land bank saga, because the system that is guiding it, SAP, is one of the best systems when it comes to security, right? But how they pride themselves in terms of security, they have about almost all our banks in South Africa, they are guided by them. So you can see if the land bank was compromised like that, how many other banks might have been compromised and didn't speak out. Maybe the damage was not that high. Maybe they didn't hold them ransom. You understand? But that kind of a thing, like, that's when it comes to IT, when you develop systems, that's the security is the bigger part. You understand? Because of if something like this happened and they hold your client ransom like this, that client will come and sue me now to say, hey, Baba, you said this system is 199.99% sure that it can be hacked, it can be held ransom. So sometimes you can see on your phone, sometimes you can find they say software update. Understand? It shows you there on the top. This is Samsung software update or Apple software update. Then just say, I don't have data. I'll see it next time. The software updates are to block the bypasses or the patches. Understand? So the software update is the patch to say, okay, we noticed the security vulnerabilities, and we are trying to patch that vulnerability so that a person who already has had that vulnerability doesn't get access to your machine or to your phone or whatever. You understand? So that's why every time there's always security patches, and whenever your phone is discontinued, it's more likely to get hacked or any stuff. So going back to Land Bank Saga, it was part of that. They messed an update. A simple update in just 1 minute or 2 minutes, it triggered that. It gave hackers access to the bank.
I want you to explain something. And this is very important because I can't say almost everyone has a smartphone, but I can't say everyone, but I can say almost everyone has a smartphone. And no one think about updating their smartphones consistently.
Yeah.
In fact, I do know people who will tell you that I don't want to update my smartphone. I want you to speak about the importance of updating your smartphone, because what you just said there, a lot of people must understand this.
Yeah. So whenever a Samsung rolls out an update, they say there's a patch update today that needs to be downloaded and installed. Do that immediately, because there are security risks. Remember, Samsung is a big company. It's a global company, so it's attacked each and every single day. You understand? And they also have in-house hackers that also attack the company just to find vulnerabilities. You understand? So if someone in the company found the vulnerability to say, okay, this is how I can hack a Samsung phone, you understand, without sending a Trojan, without just me purely using code, you understand, using those, I almost revealed the software name, but using those softwares that we use for hacking, you understand. So those people, they have those in-house developers and in-house hackers, you know, to say, let's attack ourselves and see our vulnerabilities. Understand? So that's why whenever they release a patch, that means they found the vulnerability that was there. And if it's there, that means it's already on the dark web. And if it's already on the dark web, then that means there's a scan going on to show her, okay, how many people has this phone and how many people have been updated. So your phone might be part of the dark web network to say, okay, this phone is not updated. They are hitting it on the whitelist. Whenever they attack all those phones simultaneously. So they don't attack one phone and stay. You understand? They want to attack all those phones so that Samsung can feel the damage. So imagine if they attack my phone or your phone only, Samsung won't feel the damage. You are going to feel the damage. You understand? But if they attack all the phones that haven't been updated, Samsung, it's at fault now to say, okay, why didn't you send the security update? That's why they keep on saying, we are sending the update. Because let me tell you one thing, Samsung is hacked each and every single day. Samsung is attacked each and every single day. Apple is attacked each and every single day. You understand? They are blocking attacks. They are dealing with those kind of things. So you need to always update. Whenever you see an update, a pop-up there to say update your software, click it. But when you see a pop-up, don't update it on the website. When it takes you to a random website, don't go there. You understand? Just stop there. Don't click any random website. It should be from your settings. Whenever you update your phone, it should always go to your settings.
Okay. Now, let's go back and talk about doors. You see, this other time I attended look, it's called what? Exhibit, something like that. But yeah, where they display a lot of invention. It's a Chinese what? There's a word for it, I forgot. I came across this thing that I liked the most. So they had different types of door lockers.
Yeah.
Some of them, you can lock them through your Bluetooth. Some of them have got apps. But the idea was you can just sit wherever you are and unlock the door. Or I can tell you to go home. And I'll tell you don't need a key.
Smart lock.
I'm just going to open. When you get there, just tell me. I'll give you a code.
Yeah.
Punch that code and you'll open the door. And you said we must appreciate technology. Yeah. But as much as we appreciate technology, we must also be concerned that the more we advance, the more the vulnerability also advances. What are the possibilities of being hacked through your door?
If you can control your door using your phone, that means you can get hacked using your door. You understand? Because they are connected to the phone. So if those are connected to your phone, that means that a person can get access via the door. Maybe when there's load shading, remember, load shading again, I'm going back to load shading. When there's load shading, everything resets to default settings for 1 or 2 to 3 seconds. The longest is 5 seconds, right? So if it resets to 5 seconds, then you are maybe in China or you are outside the country or not close to the door, it will reset to default. So me, what I'm looking for is to intercept. I intercept the network. Why? I want to be a middleman between you and your door. You understand? Without you noticing. You always operate the door as it operates. So right now what I do, I install keylogger to make sure that whenever someone puts in a pin, I know, okay, that's a pin to the door. Whenever you update the pin, I know here Bongan updated the pin here. You understand? So that anytime I want access to your house, I'll get in. So that's how easy it is to hack the door. But today's smart locks, they come with security measures. That's what I like these days. You understand? There's this pouch that they come with that majority of the time it's embedded inside the system that nobody can transmit this unless you have the app. You understand? So only the app can control that. And for you to get access to the app, it's only it sometimes gives access to 1, 2, 3 people. To get to more 4 or 5, you need to pay subscription fee. You understand? It's not about them saying you need to pay more, but it's them protecting your privacy. Say, okay, not more than 3 people can access this. Because if I'm a hacker and see an empty slot there, I put myself on that empty slot. I say, okay, I'm part of the owners of the house. So I'm allowed to get inside the house. I'm allowed access to the house. You understand?
Let's move to, the invention. They just keep inventing things. These days, there's what we call it, you go into a fridge and you and then the fridge opens for you.
Yeah.
So are you saying it's also the same?
Yeah, it's also the same because remember these things in IT, there's a thing that we call SSL,
Okay.
Social Security Log. You understand? So SSL certificates, also, if you have a website, it should have an SSL certificate, because if it doesn't have an SSL certificate, it's an easy access. Like, it's a highway. You see, a highway, all trucks are allowed, whether you are a Ganda, whether you are a heavy truck, whether you are a bus, whether you are a Mini Cooper, all cars are allowed. Understand? So if you don't have an SSL certificate inside your website, inside your fridges that don't have SSL certificate, because come on, they are done what? Not public, but it's public access. Yeah, it's given in the public route. So the public router doesn't have an SSL certificate. So that's why you find out that whenever someone gets inside, it's easy for someone to intercept the fridge. Understand? And majority of the time, people think that people might only hack fridges to get access to your home. Today, I just got inside.
Now continue.
Yeah, today I got this point to say, okay, I thought people can get access to your home only. But some people use fridges just to get energy. You understand? Because of, remember, fridges use high voltage, right? And they want to get many voltages. So imagine if I have 100 smart fridges that I'm using to hack a bank. My hack will be faster than a person who's using one machine or one gaming PC. You understand? So these fridges and TVs, they are not only used just to hack the homes. Sometimes they extend an arm. We call it a man in the middle. You understand? We call it a middleman. If you want to put it in a professional way, to say we use them as middlemen to say, okay, let's use it as a middleman and take the energy. Sometimes you'll be shocked to say, when I switch on my fridge, my electricity runs. Can only to find out your fridge it's hacked. You understand? If you are using a smart fridge, it's hacked. Then someone is using the fridge's energy to hack maybe a bank, maybe a whatever. You understand? A company or whatever.
What you know what you have just described? I'll tell you what it looks like.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong. What you have just described, it's like in an African culture, I'm going to bewitch you and I'm going to steal you. Pretend, look, it's going to look like you are dead. But often they say, those who know, I don't know, they say it will look like maybe you just got a car, you were hit by a car.
Yeah.
And often they say that you'll notice that there's lack of blood on the scene. Where you're supposed to see maybe this type of blood, but you just see a bit of drops.
Yeah.
According to others, you are stolen so you can work for someone else. In your home, you died.
Yeah.
But somewhere else, you are living. What you've just said, it is like for me, the perfect on the best example that I can think of, something that I think it relates to is that, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. It's not exactly as you describe it, but it's almost one of similar things. You understand? Because I'm stealing energy from the power of the fridge, but the fridge still functions as a fridge. You understand? It still lives. So that's why I say similar. Because of this time, if I'm a human being, I'm dead. You understand? But they're taking my energy and using it somewhere. But everyone knows that I'm dead. But the fridge is alive. It's working. It's functional like a fridge.
But it may look like what we normally hear, and I don't know how true is that. Again,
Yeah.
normally we hear the word somebody stole my life.
Yeah.
So I can succeed. They can succeed. That's what we normally hear.
Yeah.
What you are saying, again, I'm not saying it is 100%, but I'm just saying I'm looking at, or I'm thinking about somebody that is sitting at home trying to understand what you are saying. So the next possible thing to understand what you are saying is that somebody stole my luck. So I'm not succeeding because somebody stole my luck, but I'm still alive.
No, I think if you want to bring it closer to home, you might say somebody steals your car, but you still have tracker to know where that car is, but you can't go and fetch it. That's how closer to home that we can go.
No problem. And then, you just mentioned something very important. You mentioned a car.
Yeah.
In a scene, somewhere, Fast and Furious 7, if I'm not mistaken, we see them wanting to cause destruction. They don't want the cars. They're interested. They have their own cars, but they want to use these cars to cause destruction. So, because they understand where they are, they look at the car dealerships around them. They realize, okay, this one, when you steal this money, you drive towards this direction, police are following them. As police are following them, they hack into the car dealership and they start all the cars and drive them out of the dealership and then cause damage, cause an accident so they can delay the police. How possible is it that people can hack a car?
Right now, cars are our moving applications. That's how I can put it. Because right now I can easily track the car, my household car, like on my phone. Right now I can just go on the app and see where is it currently right now. You understand? So, how our cars are, they're all on our phones. They are everywhere we go, you understand? And we use them on a daily basis. They're no longer that private space that you can go and cry. You might cry when someone is listening to you, because cars these days have computer boxes. You understand? And a computer box, if you have a computer, that means it can be hacked. Anything that is computer related, it can be hacked. You understand? So when you hear a term computer box, just know you are vulnerable to hacking.
Before you proceed, I don't remember a new invention that does not have a computer box. All these new cars, I don't remember a car amongst them that does not have a computer box.
That's what you can say, because remember, a computer box controls your steering wheel, controls everything, even the engine. It can sense whenever the engine overheats. That's why there's an engine light showing to say engine is overheating. So imagine if I can get inside your car and I say, okay, in fact, there was this test on YouTube. You can go now and search on YouTube to say people moving a car, people hacking into a Jeep. In fact, there was a Jeep. People hacking into a Jeep and controlling its steering wheel. Understand? So it was on the highway, so that those people were coming from behind. They just took the number plate of that car, they put it on the system, then it released the computer box of that car. Then they hacked into the computer box of the car. Then they were able to sway around that steering wheel for that car to get outside of the road. So imagine you are driving there, you are happy. Someone just choose to be naughty and say, no, I want to cause an accident. You understand? That's why whenever there's maybe a president is to come into an area, they'll be swooping for the whole week just to make sure that there's no someone who's trying to intercept the motorcade or anything. You understand? Because in the motorcade, you can just control the president's car. Imagine if you get inside the president's car, how much damage then you can cause.
So you're telling me that the intelligence department is not just looking for, you are telling me that the intelligence department is not looking for just the physical threat that normally we think they are looking for. Yeah. They are actually looking for far more than just the physical harm to the president.
Yeah. They are looking for everything that has to do with. That's why, if let's say, so there's a school up there, right? If the president is coming to the school, they are going to hack everyone who's in the street of that school. You won't even know that you are hacked. You understand? They're going to hack everyone who's in the street of that school, so that they make sure that if someone goes to the nearest house, automatically they get hacked. Understand? Why? So that if someone tries to pull their stunt and try to launch a hack or try to launch anything, they can intercept it before it can happen, so that it doesn't cause a harm or a danger to the president. So that's why they have this big. But today's cars, they have those securities. You understand? To say, like I said, the more we move into computer, the more security is advanced. But the car security is the weakest one. You understand? I'm releasing that now to say the car security is the weakest security ever. Because if you can check under your steering wheel column, under there's an OBD reader. That OBD reader connects exactly to the it connects exactly to the car's computer box, right? And once I can hack the computer box, I can even control your car without using the paddles. I can use the joystick just to drive the car, like I'm in a game or something. You understand? So those ports, whenever they go there, sometimes whenever how they hack the Jeep, I'm going to go to the Jeep scenario. How they hack the Jeep, it's they send the signal there, but they send the wireless signal to the Jeep OBD reader. Then it reads as if the OBD reader is inserted there. So it recognizes okay, the OBD reader is inserted. So that means I no longer have to act automatically. Now all the OBD reader will manually control me. You understand? Because these cars, they have sensors to say, if you act this way, they automatically act this way because they already know, okay, you were almost going to cause the accident. So rather, let's reduce the speed so that the damage doesn't become high. But if I get inside the OBD reader, I intercept via the OBD reader, the car thinks, okay, I'm in a manual state, I'm relaxing. It's similar to your brain when you are sleeping. When you are sleeping, your brain relaxes and says, I'm taking a rest now. You understand? That's the car when it gets an OBD reader to say, that means now there's someone who can control me manually, so let me relax. You understand? So when the car it gets an OBD reader, it relaxes, then a person can now control the steering wheel, the 10 signals, they can accelerate, they can brake. Whatever they want to do with your car, they can do it as long as they feel, okay, I just want to control this car however I want. You understand?
So you are saying, I want to start here. You are saying a president or the intelligence department they're not just looking for this physical threat. The car that is driven by the president, and in fact, the motorcade of the president is well protected. But also, there are people on the ground who are physically there and probably sitting in offices around that and probably nearest police station, just monitoring every single thing through their computers there, and we are probably never going to see them anyway.
Yeah. Remember, before the president comes, each and every single 30 minutes an hour, they will see a car with the big aerial. You understand? Those cars, majority of them, they'll go in the group of 2 or 3, sometimes 1, depending on the area. They have signal jammers. They will find out that the president is here, then there's no signal. The signal is low, it's at its weakest. You understand? They use signal jammers so that nobody can have that threat to threaten the president or to threaten the cars. Because remember, if the car has that's why, who's this president? I think the president of Russia or China, one of the two, they still use their old car that doesn't have a computer box, but it has the heaviest security ever. It's well guarded. You understand? There's a reason for that. Because of they know in Russia, for example, they have one of the best hackers ever in the world. So to hack a president's car, it's child's play. You understand? They already know, but remember, that's why there's signal jammers, there's missile jammers, whatever. You understand that it is there just to protect the president. Because of these cars are vulnerable. The car security is one of the weakest security ever.
Sure. Yeah. Now, imagine a situation of an individual who goes into the car and cry, and somebody's listening to that. Maybe let's talk to me about it. What are the possibilities and what are the odds that somebody can listen to you busy crying on your car, and they're like, hey, you're going through a lot. What are the odds or what are the possibilities of you listening? Because it looks possible to control the car.
Yeah.
But then to listen to my conversation, what are the odds?
Remember, I can love smart things. Smart TV, smart radios. I already gave you a clue there. Cars have smart radios, touchscreen radios. You understand? You can answer your call using your car. There are speakers inside the car, right? There's a microphone inside the car. When you speak to that person, what do you think is your voice recorded?
You're right, because these days we normally tell our car, hey, BMW, open the sunroof.
It's nice.
And then, and it sounds nice. But you're right, cameras. And there's no microphone there. But I get it when you say...
The microphone is on the steering wheel. on the steering wheel. Just assess your steering wheel. The microphone is either on the steering wheel, not even it's on your steering wheel. You understand? Then there's also cameras on the mirror, but I think the cameras are highly visible. You understand? The dash cam. Some they use dash cams, but most of the cars right now they come with dash cams. That you'll find it there. You understand? So, I mean, then you say you're protected. When you cry there, I take your video, then I upload your video on YouTube. Then people see you
but
crying.
you're right. You know what? When you say having a car, it's like having because it's controlled by a computer box. So it's like having your weakness. You're traveling with your weaknesses. But there's a story I saw, and I'm not going to say this individual because I never got to a conclusion of the matter. Ne? It was alleged that one of the politicians in this country bought a car. It was a new car. Whilst he was still driving this car, somehow the car just started accelerating. And when you see the video, you're looking at the place, you're like, a normal person wouldn't have accelerated to this extent. It's like he was driving at 280 in a 60 zone or 80 zone. And it just, when you're looking at the video, I just like the car just went, woo, and then it went straight into a tree. And then he died on the scene. Then later, it was alleged that somebody took control of the car. It was not him who was actually accelerating. It was the people who were in control of the car. So what you have just said is just remind me of that incident. We live by God's grace.
Remember, on your car, every time when you get inside your car, check the OBD port. You understand? It's under the steering wheel column. On almost, not all the cars, but on almost all the cars, it's there. You understand? So you find out that whenever he bought the car, someone already gone to the garage. You understand? And seen or whenever they are finalizing the paperwork, someone just got in and plugged in something on the OBD reader. You understand? Just to read the car details and stuff and left it there. Then whenever I hear, PA, I just bought the car. But all of a sudden the car starts to malfunction. Then you say, why is the car malfunctioning? But you didn't search the car. Inspect your car. These cars these days, inspect them. You understand? Then whenever there's also things like whenever you're inspecting your car like that, please check the how your steering wheel, like, do a full turn. I think car turns up to how many wheels does it turn? I don't know how many, like round, maybe 3, 2, depending on the car model. Also check, some cars, they don't do like a full loop steering wheel rotation. You understand? Just check those kind of things, because of sometimes whenever we buy these cars, we are already targeted. You understand? You find out when they sold him a car, they already know this guy has been tampered with. You understand? Go with a professional at least. That's the least you can do. Go with a professional who knows to say, okay, because whenever you do that, I'm a hacker. I will do that. I'll include that. Then whenever you're on the road, then just increase the speed 10 by 10. Then you say, hey, my speed it's increasing. Then you try to brake. The brake, it doesn't work. I disconnected the brake. Then I call you and I tell you, the same way they did to Land Bank. I do the same. Say, give me 5 million rands right now. I stop the car. I hold you ransom with what you are there, and right now it's you versus your life. Is that you're going to panic? There's no time to call the FBI. There's no time to call the crime intelligence or whatever. You understand?
Because one of the problems that you are running into is is this. Even if you are trying to call them, I can still listen to you anyway. Because technology, I can hear anything you are doing inside your car. So the chances of your survival at that moment are very slim, even if there are other people in the car.
Yeah.
Because of the microphone in the car, I can hear anything that is happening inside the car. So
Because
you
of the
are
dash
at
cam
my
also.
mercy.
Because of also the dash cam, there's a dash cam in the car. I can see everyone is in the car. And I to say, okay, Bongan is in the car. Digital Next Coast is in the car. Who and who is in the car? Then I said, now I see everyone in the car, and I say, you have your family. Let me increase the speed to 120. You know, we are going on the 60 zone. The cars are going slow. We are going fast. And I put you on a slow lane, but I make sure that the car goes fast. Can you imagine? Will you send that 5 million rands if I request it? You won't even flinch. You understand? Because you're thinking about your life now. And once you send me that 5 million rand, I will say, okay, let me decrease the speed a little bit. Because remember, hackers, they are not in a game of just hacking you and going. They're in a long-term game. They want to play long-term. So when I hack your car, I want to say, even tomorrow, I can easily hack you. Or I can just not stop the car and go at 30 on a 60 zone. You become frustrated now. The pedal sweat, the pedals doesn't work. But I'm controlling your car. Your car is moving. Understand? And I say, no, send me another 5 million. I gotta have access to your bank accounts now. I have access to everything. I can see you're the minister. I know how much you get in per month. Understand? Send me another 5 million, maybe. That one, it was not enough. My team took it. Let's send me another one for myself at least.
You know, what you're saying here is hackers can be psychopaths. Plural.
Hackers are psychopaths.
Because what you've just describing,
To become...
it cannot be done by an ordinary human being who has the capabilities of hacking other people. It can never be done. You can only be that cruel, because if a normal thief does that to you and get their money, they're gone. They got what they want, they're done.
I'm going to tell you one thing about hackers, and that's one thing that got me into hacking. You understand? I was bullied in school. You understand? And that's what got me into hacking. So you can imagine. So majority of the hackers, that's why you'll find a hacker wearing a hood because he doesn't want to be seen. He's not socially, he's not a social person. You understand? He's an introvert. He doesn't know what's happening on the surrounding. He doesn't care about what's happening on the surrounding. He lives in his own bubble. Whatever happens around him, that's his life. You understand? Whatever he's doing, that's his life. That's him having fun. So remember, we are introverts, majority of us hackers, right? So the only thing that we have, it's our computer, our screen. It's also the Wi-Fi. So we have a lot of time in our hands. You understand? And remember, we are bullied. I can bring a lot of hackers here and say, why did you join hacking? Only few will say it's because of school. And those who are because of school, they don't know how to hack to that extent. Those who can hack to that extent, ask them, how did you join hacking? It's either they were bullied, it's either they were body shamed. It's a trauma response to join hacking. Then I was bullied a lot, and I said, you know what? I want to teach these people a lesson. Lucky enough, I went to research and said, oh, okay, if I hack this thing, I will spend 7 years in jail. I don't think I have that time. You understand? But some of the hackers, they know, okay, if I get caught, I'll just work for the crime intelligence because my skills are nice. You understand? So they do that intentionally so. But majority of the hackers, we react from the trauma response of maybe how we grew up. Maybe we are facing abuse at home. You understand? I can assure you, if you're a hacker, comment now what made you to join hacking. You'll see the comment section. If that person is a real hacker, you'll see the comment section. Majority of them, they joined hacking, it's because of the trauma response. They're responding from something, they're running away from something. So the only thing they have is them and their computer, and they want to send revenge. Because they can't send revenge to the exact person, I'm going to find the next common person that will remind me of the person who used to bully me. I say, oh, you act like this, and this person used to act me like this. I want to show you, if me and you, who's the big guy now? You understand? Then I hack you. Then I manipulate you. Then I hold you ransom. You understand? And remember, I planned everything. Then I have all the time in the world. I'm in my room. I'm in my darkest place. We like dark things. We like black things. We like black hoodies. We like black. If we come into a hacker's room, it's dark. Only the only light is the screen. You understand? And the computer, maybe if they're using a gaming PC, you'll see that those are the only light, and the keyboard and the mouse. That's the only light that we are exposed to.
Is that the reason why majority of hackers' keyboards have multiple colors in it? You must notice in any movie, you'll find a hacker who is in a certain room playing music, having fun in his little house, his or her little house. But you're looking at the computer, sometimes when you're looking at their laptop, you're like, there's overdrawing, there's over thing. I mean, this laptop is over decorated.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't want to touch the laptop.
Big, it's scary.
Yeah. And we are saying almost every hacker behave the same.
Yeah.
And by the way, before I let you speak, you're right. Not all, but some of them, even when they portrayed in movies, they always somehow socially awkward. And even when they wear, man, you're right.
Yeah.
I've seen some movies.
Mr.
They are
Robot. I
wearing
think you've seen Mr. Robot.
black hoodies.
Yeah.
It's intentional.
It's intentional. We don't want to be, firstly, for us to wear black hoodies is we don't like to be recognized. You understand? If you recognize me that I'm a hacker, I mean, you're going to be scared. You don't come near me. So we don't want to be recognized. We don't like to talk. We are socially awkward. You understand? Whenever I talk, I look down. I make sure that you don't see my face. You don't know my real face. You understand? Thirdly, how I walk weirdly, man. I don't walk like a normal person can walk. You understand? I check my surrounding to make sure that nobody's following me. I'm always aware. I'm always cautious about my background, my surrounding, whoever's coming next to me. You understand? And I'm always ready to attack. There are phones. It's not just any phone. Therefore, I used to have this software that we call Termax. Yes, we call Termax that software. Right? I understand. Then that software it's like a phone terminal where I can instruct it to go and hack the Wi-Fi. I can instruct it to go and hack anything. You understand? That's what we carry in our pockets. And remember, your phone doesn't have a lot of power. That's where the fridges come in. Just say, okay, here I'm in this store. There is smart fridges. Let me hack these fridges, all of them. Then once I hack all of obviously it's the store. They plug these fridges for display. You understand? I'm in a mall. I'm next to Capitec Bank or NetBank. I'm saying, okay, these fridges, they have no use of them. They're there in display. I hack all those fridges. I use them so that my phone doesn't use a lot of power and run out of a battery or explode. You understand? I used all those fridges' power to hack this bank. And I'm just using my phone, my mobile phone. Understand? And I'm running commands on Termax. And I said, I'm pushing commands. Then later you find out that a bank is being hacked. But I was just, you don't even suspect me. Because why? I was far. I was not even inside your bank. I was just sitting there eating maybe my cod or just eating something weird, my streetwise tea or something.
You know, you remind me of a story. This one, I won't even say allegedly because it was confirmed. A minister even lost his job. Gigaba was hacked. And they found their sex tape from their cell phone. So the issue of people's cell phones being hacked, fridges, smart TVs and all the stuff, it's not even a fairy tale. Because
it's
now
not a fairy tale.
I remember that we even have a real story here. Gigaba was once hacked for real and ended up even losing his job. If you remember, if you go to Parliament, they used to do something like this. So there's a real story around that. Now, as we draw towards the conclusion, what else do you think should have mentioned as far as these things are concerned?
What I can mention now is I want people to learn to protect themselves. You understand? Don't just trust any stranger. Don't just trust anyone. Whether it's in the bank line, maybe don't know how to deposit money. Rather, find a security at least. Find a security guard. But I don't want to go to the extent, but be cautious of whatever you're doing. You understand? Whenever you want to do something, remember I just said, a person can act like they're putting numbers on your phone, they're hacking your phone. You understand? Just be cautious. be cautious of whoever you talk to. Okay, we can talk now. You understand? But just be cautious of whoever sends you images, whoever sends you links. What kind of links are that? You understand? Right now, I have this thing on my WhatsApp. It's called, I don't want to reveal the name because it's my thing to make sure that I'm prepared. I'm protected. You understand? I created it myself. I call it it's a defender. You understand? So if you send me a link, I push it there first. Even if it's you, I trust you. I push it there. It tells me, no, this link is legit. It scans the link and it tells me the link is legit. Then I can click the link. You understand? You send me the picture. I send a picture to it, make sure that the picture is legit. There's nothing hiding behind the picture. The metadata is correct. Everything is correct. I view the picture. You understand? Why I do that? It's because of many people like to, you see, now I'm on a podcast, right? I'm talking to you. I'm saying I'm a hacker. I can know how to hack. People like to test people. To say, let's see his, let's see his limit. How well can he hack? You understand? Then you find out that this person, his security is low. His phone numbers are everywhere. Why is he a hacker? But his phone numbers are everywhere. His things are everywhere. You understand? Then you find out that people like to say, okay, let me test him. Let me see if he's a real hacker. Then they do such things. You understand? They send you messages. Even now, I think when I was in a taxi coming, I've been getting this time bank message. It says what? It says, do 10 transactions on Time Bank and get 500 Rand back. It's too unreal. It's too unreal. I mean, like, come on, Time Bank won't give you money. It's a bank. For God's sake, why will it give me money for doing 10 transactions? So you see, I'm already being targeted. This is a message on my phone. I will show you after the shoot. This is a message that I get daily on my phone. You understand? To say, okay, they see this, then they target us, then they think, oh, we can't protect ourselves. And I can take that message, I can scan the message, I can reroute the attack, and it will be now illegal. You understand? It will be where I'm hacking someone because they didn't hack my phone, so I don't have a right to protect myself. So sometimes we follow rules. We don't just act for the sake of acting. You understand? We just follow rules and procedures to say, okay, I don't want to do this kind of a thing because I know I'll do this. Then they'll tell me, since you acted towards that and not inform the police, we'll sentence you for 3 years. You understand? We'll sentence you for 7 years. But I was protecting myself. So you see, sometimes when it comes to the law, that's why sometimes when it comes to the law, man, it doesn't favor some of us who play by the book. You understand? Because when I play by the book, then the book comes back to bite me again. They say, okay, why did you act this way? So my last word will be, please be careful of whatever you do. Don't just click any link. Don't just click any picture. Don't just play any video. Because it might be a test. It might be a trap. You understand? Check and verify each and every single link. Even if it's from someone that you trust, that person might be attacked, might be hacked. Maybe you're the target. I see Bongani security, it's easy. I hack Bongani just so that I can get into you. When Bongani sends me an image, I trust Bongani. When he sends me a link of shoes, I trust Bongani. I want to select him the shoes. It's my friend. But they find out that it was intentional. I'm a hacker. You understand? So please make sure that you verify everything that you have. Maybe I'll share the software that I use at the later stage. Yeah, but I don't like to share this kind of software because some people, it won't work, then they default it. You understand? So, yeah.
I recently got a strange message. And they're saying something. I got a message. This person says, please, look, help me get a security job. You know, with me, if you don't introduce yourself and I don't have your number, I don't even have the time. I just said, say, I don't know about any security job. I just don't know.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you know, I don't have your number. Yet you are telling me that. And I'm like, that's weird. That's weird for me. So as we are talking, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, hey, I've been getting these strange messages. I think I need to be careful. Anyway, if people wants to contact you, where do they find you?
Funny thing, before I close, yesterday my website was hacked. I think you saw the post that I said the website is under construction. If you saw that post, my website was hacked. Just yesterday. You understand? But I managed to recover it in 10 minutes. But yeah, it's not a flex, but it's my job. So my website was hacked. So someone tried to steal my domain and get access to all the websites that I own under my domain. So yeah, unfortunately, I have the best security ever that I developed myself. So I already know how to protect myself. So yeah, if you deleted it from the status because I recovered the hack, they tried to hack me around 6:30. By 7 o'clock, I was finished. But I just let the post be. You understand? If you can check on our group, you will see it. I did send to say, hey, guys, my website, all the domains that are under Digital Next Code are under construction because I was working on that hack.
All right. So if people wants to find you, where do they find you?
Yeah, they find me on my website that they try to hack. You go to digitalnextcode.co.za. That's where you'll find the details. You go to contact us. You can book an appointment. You can say book an appointment. It'll take you directly to our WhatsApp details, to our WhatsApp chat. Then that's where you are going to communicate with us, whether it's me or the bot. It's either or, but we'll chat to one of us. So yeah, that's where you'll find me.
People will want to know what are the things that you do offer if they contact you.
Okay, if you contact me, like we were talking about cybersecurity, so I offer cybersecurity protection for companies. If you have a company and you feel like your security on the company it's lagging or it's weak, you can call us to come and test the security of your company. You understand? To be able to hack your company and expose the vulnerabilities, to come and visit the premises of your company. Because hacking doesn't happen online only. Also, physical hacking is there. You understand? That a person gets access to your premises and they're inside your building, they're inside your company, they're a worker. You understand? So we do that. And we also do software. We develop software. So if maybe you run a school, you run a car wash, you run a toilet paper manufacturing company, you run a business, you understand? We also develop systems that make sure that you and your staff work fluently without changing your routines or your staff routines, you understand? So we make your work efficiently so, you understand, just with using systems. And we also develop AI solutions. So meaning if you want, you have a lot of work on your hands, then you can attend to calendar, you can attend to responding to emails and those kind of stuff. You can develop your personal assistant AI. And then you can just give it a command, then it does that. And then we also develop softwares and websites. So whether you run a business, any type of business, so we don't have a niche industry, we do all industries websites. So whether you are in photography, whether you are in podcasting, whether you are in car, whether you are in housing, selling houses, selling food, selling everything, clothes and everything, we create websites for them. And we also do create apps. So if you have an app idea or you have any idea that is crazy, you come to us and we make that crazy idea go to life or that impossible idea be possible.
This is the Thursday show. We will come back with another one. Don't worry. Our purpose is to educate you. And so far as I know, we are the only tech show in South Africa. No one does it better than us. Till we meet again, please take care.